DC Frenchie Live coming at you from here in the Dog Park Stadium. Hey, you guys will never believe what I saw on the way over here to this dog park today. I kid you not. They have an EMS van, an actual and whole ambulance for dogs. I've never seen that before in my life. Have you? You ever saw an ambulance for a dog? Not me. Who would have thought of that? Somebody thought about doing that. Kind of cool on one hand, but kind of goofy on another. And it says EMS right on the side. I was in the midst of traffic, so I couldn't take a picture of it. But it was leaving this park right here, so I wasn't able to take a picture. But man, I sure would have loved to. Would have been awesome. So, on a more serious side of something that you guys have been inquiring about, I finally finished up with court today. No more court for a long time, hopefully. Sat there for hours and hours with my public defender. He was a pretty cool guy too, younger guy. He's like, you would never guess my age. People think I'm younger than I am. And I'm like, yeah, well, I still think I'm older than you. I told him, I said, I'm 47 years old. You're right, I'm younger than you. That's what he said to me. Yeah, anyway, just like I mentioned before, I took the plea bargain. But you know what? It was kind of cool. They switched judges in the midst of everything, too. And I don't know. I guess they didn't have that many people working today, so they were taking turns between the courtrooms. And the judge that I usually talk to, well, he switched up, and I got a female judge, and I was scared. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen now? She's just going to lay the law into me and just jerk me around. She was putting people in jail today, too. And I asked my attorney, his name is Buddy, and I said, Buddy, am I going to be going to jail today? I said, because she's been putting everybody in jail. She hasn't given them the full sentence. She knocks the sentence off, but they still go to jail for 60 days, 2 months, whatever. I was one of the last people in the courtroom today, and I was getting scared. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just like, put me in jail, because I didn't know what else to think. And I asked him, Buddy said to me, he said, well, he says, I'd be flabbergasted if they put you in jail. And I said, well, look at everyone else. They're all going to jail for this, that, and the other thing. I only saw one kid and one girl that was in there. One of them was 17, and the other one was a college-age girl. She knocked their jail sentences off, but they still had to go do to disciplinary council, and they had to go to anger management class, and they had to go they had to do community service, like 2 months worth of community service. And I was like, oh my God, dude, what's gonna happen to me? I just couldn't wait. But you know what did happen to me today? Oh my God. So I pled guilty, obviously, and she knocked off a lot of the fines, but I was still looking at close to like $500 or something like that. Dude, then he told her I was homeless, and that was one of the things that I've been trying to save up for. She knocked it off another $250, and my fine dropped from like almost $700. It dropped down to like $335. I had $250 with me, so I paid that. She said, well, we're going to apply that to your Previs fine. You remember the one I told you about, the bullshit one about how I pulled up into the parking lot? I didn't get pulled over, but I got pulled up into a parking lot, and then we discovered that the whole time I thought I had car insurance and I didn't. Man, that was bullshit. Anyway, so the money that I had with me, I told her I had $250 today, and she said, good, we'll apply that to your last fine, get that paid off, and then we'll apply the rest of it to the new fine. So now All I have left of the fine to make it complete and full for him is $270. Pretty cool, huh? That was probably the most exciting part of the whole damn day. Like, seriously, I did not expect that. I was expecting her to say, "You're going to owe $1,000 to us. We're going to put you in jail. Blah, 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 blah." She said, "You..." She said to me, "You got lucky today." Or she said, you got lucky, Mr. French, because your dog's still alive." She's like, "Even if it was 20 minutes, that could have killed your dog, so you're lucky." And I was like, man, it's like, they sure make a production out of nothing. I mean, you can't even go to the bathroom with your dog in the car. And all, the thing that pisses me off about the whole thing is because it was just some random person calling in. Just some bullshit ass person that needs me to beat the fuck out of him. All they did was cause me a lot of heartache, pain, and suffering from September to December. For like 6 fucking months, dude, I've been dreading this day. 6 months of pure hell. For what? Nothing. Because I had to go to the bathroom. I should have just done what I usually do and bring Marley in the bathroom with me. Everybody around here uses that comfort dog excuse. You just see the dogs at Walmart, dude. They're walking all over the place. People say they're comfort dogs and shit. Bullshit. Comfort my ass. I get so sick and tired of that excuse. It's like, prove it, man. The only dogs that are actual solid work dogs are the icing dogs. And you know that they're icing dogs because they all have their jackets on. And they all have got their special symbols on their jackets. And not just those dogs, but there are comfort dogs in this town. And they clearly wear jackets that say, I am a comfort animal, or some shit like that. The rest of the people around here say the dogs are comfort dogs. They're just fucked. But yeah, the greatest part of today is, look, I'm still here. I didn't go to jail. Man, I only got charged $335. What a weird amount. $335. Who gives a fuck what it was? Fucking drop it more. That's what I'm talking about. But it sure beats paying $1,000 fine, man. In the very beginning, I was looking at $5,000. And then when I found out it was only going to be like 1,000 or like 1,500 or some shit like that, well, that didn't excite me, but excited me a little bit more. I feel sorry for all those people that had to go to jail, man. It was like, there was this one dude in there, and he's going to jail. Let me tell you why. I mean, the dude's got one of those short ass reggae hairstyles, and he came to court all ratty and shitty looking, and I was like, oh my god. I'm just like, and my public pretender was his public pretender, and I was like, oh my god, like, what did this guy do, right? You know what he did? You want to know why he's in jail? And I feel bad for him. He works for some company that drives shit all over the place, right? And they didn't have someone to drive, and he told them that he didn't have a current driver's license. And he said he didn't have insurance either. And his company forced him. His company should be the one paying the price, not him. His company said, well, you're going to drive or you're going to lose your job. Some shit like that. And this poor guy, he's got a family, just like everybody else, and he's got children, just like everybody else, right? So I can just imagine what was going through his head that day. He was probably thinking like, oh my god, dude, if I get fired from this job, I'm going to lose my house, I'm going to lose my family, my children, because that's what happens in our society today. If you can't fulfill your obligations, your responsibilities, you're just fucked. And I'm sure that's what was going through his head. And that's probably exactly why he drove, regardless of the fact that he didn't have insurance or current driver's license. I mean, like, why is he going to jail? That company that he works for should be shut down. That's what I think. DC Frenchie Live coming at you. Mwah. I love you guys.